I saw a thumbnail of Penwell the Black Pen saying that Rupert must be the president of South Africa. I didn't watch the whole video, I just downloaded it and then kept it to my downloads on YouTube. I haven't watched it because I've been, trying to be progressive and put it like that. Now this video is not about Julius, it's not about Rupert being the president, but Julius Malema being the president of South Africa, not Rupert. Why am I saying Julius Malema must be the president of South Africa? It's because, first of all, we are fighting for free decolonized education. We are fighting for state to have its own sovereignty. State must have its own power. We're fighting for tender system to be eradicated. It must be scrapped out. Industrializations of banks and mines, But I want to talk about two things: state and land. State doesn't have money. That's why it gave away SAA. State doesn't have money. The state goes to an individual to borrow resources. It goes to Rupert Oppenheimer's, Rhodes, Stellenbosch to borrow money because they've looted the state. On the 2024 elections, 2024 elections, Philip Badula stated on when he was asked why people must vote for the ANC, he said that the ANC is fighting three things: corruption, state capture, and load shedding. What captured me is the state capture, right? State capture. Why state capture? Because the ANC government was in charge. That means it had probably 2/3 majority. And when it had 2/3 majority, that means it also was part of the state. My question then becomes, if the ANC Secretary General is stating that we're fighting state capture, my question then becomes, who captured the state? Who captured the state? Yes. So you see, the state can be captured by individuals. That's the reason why the state was captured and lost resources. Then now, the EFF states that the state must be the custodian of the land. That goes to my second part. For it to have this, you must never be richer than the state. That's always my thought. An individual can never be richer than the state. So how then the state can be able to make its own revenue? Monetization. The state must be the custodian of the land. Because we complain that the Rupert have land everywhere. The state must be the custodian of the land and its own resources: gold, oil, platinum, diamonds, iron. The state must rule on top of all of that. And then if you want land, comrades, if you want land, you go and visit the state and write a proposal that on this land, I'll be doing farming for 10 years. You renew the contract. That's always what I've always think of when the EFF, Julius Malema, becomes president of this country. That's only two things: the state and the land. That's where we indigenous people can be able to regain ourselves. Because Rupert being the president, it's going to be trouble because we don't see ourselves having a white president, not even John Steenhuisen. It's not because of racism, it's not because of tribalism, but we think of the trauma. We haven't healed, comrades. We haven't healed from apartheid. So after 32 years, then now we are bringing the angel John Steenhuisen to be the president. No. Wait, Nyana. You've been in charge for over 400 years, comrade. Give us our own 500 to 1,000 years so that we can be able to say, no, you know what? John Steenhuisen is not a bad president for South Africa. Rupert can actually be the president that Penwell, the Black Pen, wants to be the president of South Africa. But Julius Malema must be the president of South Africa because the ANC has diverted, has laid astray everyone has been laid astray bamboozled by the ANC because it's not fighting for education. Look at unemployment rates in South Africa. They promised us 2 million jobs. Where are those jobs, comrades? Nowhere to be found. So Julius Malema states that in order for us to have an industry that produce jobs, not just jobs, but entrepreneurs, South Africa doesn't even produce a toothpick, not even a tissue. We must then create those industries. We must then be able to produce something as South Africa. Yes, that's my president, by the way, comrades. I'm very clear on that. That's my president, coming up with those solutions of how to create employment in South Africa. So I must watch that video of Penwell stating that Rupert must be the president of South Africa. Comrade, no. Another one will come and say, you see, some Sembit would come and say, Rupert Hersov must be the president. Why? He's a billionaire. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, comrades.